So how did he try to tell me a little bit about his career and how he applied that kind of
Yeah,
analysis?
I mean, I think he had a very, very long career as a journalist. He started working in 1929 and ended in 1983. And I think he learned several things because he made mistakes. A couple big ones actually he made in his way. And I think through those mistakes, he learned a couple things, one of which I think is to be very careful about you write because it has a huge effect and to
Mm,
show some responsibility when you write things. This is one of the things that sometimes bother me today about a journalist. And I know we have this 24-hour news cycle and anonymous sources and you have to get things out. But I think he really thought words were so powerful
mhm,
that you had to really think through what you put out there. He didn't do anything without thinking it through because in his experience, he had caused some damage. And one of the things that he regretted, I think almost more than anything in his life, was he happened to be in Pearl Harbor right after the Japanese bombed. He was the first reporter to be allowed to go and look at the sunken ships. He went on a skiff and he went around and he came back and he had to write a news story. And he went out to the country and interviewed people and he wrote a news story saying that there had been Japanese American spies on the island.
uh,
Now he said there had been one, and he had it approved by the admiral at the time. And he didn't say they're all spies, but there had been somebody in the community because he had actually seen in the sugarcane fields arrows that were pointing in a certain way. Now, people don't like it when I tell that story for obvious reasons, because we know what happened and
yes,
how terrible it
yes,
was, what happened to Japanese Americans during World War II and how unfair it was.
yes.
But that story got picked up, and it wasn't him alone who was reporting it, but
Mhm.
it fed into this whole anti-Japanese American thing. And it was one of his biggest regrets in life that he maybe shouldn't have written that in exactly that way, or he didn't understand the effect it was going to have when he wrote it. And so, therefore, I think moving ahead, he really understood the power of the press, the power of the spoken word. That's why he was so adamant about fact checking, accuracy, fairness.